Hey folks, so it's been a couple months, I guess. Kind of been slowed down a little bit while we're waiting on the new XT1 truck to show up. So we're kind of in between building, but got a discussion going with Factory 5 probably about a month ago, and then I think day before yesterday, maybe it was Tuesday, got a call from Stuart. So the kit should pick up on the 5th, and we should have it next weekend. So this weekend I'll be tearing apart the new truck, or the new old truck. It's a 2018 F-150, just catching everybody back up. Let's see, just to make sure we got everybody level set. Here is the 2018 F-150 that I've got. And I just recently sold the 2017 two-wheel drive version, so you can get more of that picture in there. There you go. And it's in real good shape. It has 140,000 miles on it now. I've been driving it around since November. So it's in good shape. Interior is real nice. And then other than that, I've been working on my Daytona, trying to get that ready for the Cobra show in London in June. So it's had a few teething issues now that it's 4 years old, I guess, 4.5 years old, and got about 10,000 miles on it. Had to redo some of the turbo system on it, but there you go. And then, yeah, other than that, go through a couple items just to catch everybody up again. The turbo and everything from the truck is going to be right here. This is a JPC sleeve short block, and you should be able to look through the previous videos to see that. Got the turbos all kind of mocked up, make sure they all fit. They look really good. Again, these are 6262 Hellion turbo system kit for a Mustang that we're gonna adapt to fit into the F-150. And then we've got the Axe off-road rims, deep dish in the back, and they'll be flush in the front. And get some more on the truck, which I tell you is in really good shape. I'll be surprised how much money I'm gonna get out of all these components. But basically, the only part I'm keeping is the cab, and then everything else comes with the new XT1 truck. I've got drop spindles for the front, and then I'm just gonna use the coilovers to bring the suspension down, because I'm gonna more of a small crawler. So just trying to give you guys a rundown on what the plan is on the truck real quick. So this is a pre-runner truck, so it's really meant to, more off-road-ish. And I'm more of a low rider type truck enthusiast, I guess, and I want this as a tow vehicle as well. So it's got to be able to tow the Daytona and my 22-foot trailer enclosed. So I'm going to set it up more for your average truck guy, truck person. Really, I just want to be able to go to Walmart or whatever, go to the grocery store, go to Lowe's, put stuff in the bed. All my hockey gear goes in there. No, I don't think. Well, my thought is that anyway, that you're going to spend $50,000 on a four-wheel drive vehicle and take it all apart, and then not have a dedicated daily driver to be able to support your home activities. So I want the truck to be able to be flexible enough, you know, to replace the F-150 that I currently have. So that's the goal. It may not be, you know, the exact design intent of the XT1, you know, extreme, you know, jump truck, which you can absolutely jump the truck up in the air. But I'm going more for straight line performance, like i.e. like 1/8 mile, 1/4 mile. You know, we're going to be around 1,000 horsepower on E85, probably just over it, and then around 700 on 93. So that's the goal. So it'll be wide and low. It should sound pretty good with the turbos. So today's goal is to get the bed off. I think I'm gonna start with the tailgate and start working my way around. The goal for this weekend is to actually have the cab off the truck, and all the fenders off and the hood off, and then I need to get the engine pulled out and the transmission, because the transmission has to get sent off to get upgraded to the 10R80 needs upgrade for, you know, the 1,000 horsepower, and we'll get that. I'll put that in a different video as we do that. But anyway, we're at it again. So, you know, keep checking in. I'm probably going to do daily updates in the run up right before the delivery of the truck, and then we're about a week out or so for that event, so I'll get that all on video so you see how that comes and what actually comes with the kit. So stand by. Talk to you soon. Okay, well, about an hour into it, and I've got basically the tailgate off, the bumper off, and getting ready to pull the bed. And here, let me turn this around. So what I'm doing, so I don't know if you guys noticed in my previous videos, but I do have a lift, and it would be a lot easier probably to do this whole build on the lift. But the idea again is to show that we can do the entire thing with just reasonable amount of tools that you would use to, you know, build a Cobra, for example. So I've got my engine hoist in. I've got some motorcycle straps in here. This bed is incredibly light, being all aluminum. I can pick it up already on one end. So, you know, maybe, you know, if you had 4 fellows with you, helpers, you could definitely, you know, just pick it up and take it off. You don't have to worry about scratching any paint or anything like that. I'm going to try and do this myself with just the engine hoist, and lift it up high enough and then drive the truck out from underneath. We'll see how that works. I'll take a couple pictures as it goes. I may need to put some counterbalance weights. And on this truck, I've got this bed lighting stuff in here, so I'm not sure where the wiring for that goes quite yet. So I'm gonna go slow. I got all the bed bolts off, getting the bed liner spraying. It's pretty thick stuff from Ford. So basically what I did was I ground the top. I mean, this is pretty basic stuff out of other YouTube channels, but yeah, I just ground the top off and then dug it out with a razor blade, and then just cut the rim around it and just took them off. They come off pretty easy. You can see how much I had to grind off there. It's not too bad. And then on some of the bolts, you know, it came off with, but it's got this green Loctite. I think if you heat these up, probably help, but this is an 18 and they came out pretty easy. It's got a little bit of rust there, but I mean, I just used a regular you know, 3/8 inch ratchet with a star bolt, and I've got the bumper for right now, just for ease and speed. I took the bumper completely off leaving all the backup sensors and everything on there. I'll have to dig all those out, you know, probably this week, you know, in between work. But for the heavy lift, just taking the big pieces off. So yeah, so next step is, you know, lift off the bed and probably move it into the backyard. Stay tuned. Okay, let's see, I was getting ready to pull off the bed. Sorry for the break in the, but forgot to disconnect the fuel filler. So yeah, I watched the YouTube video and I guess I kind of skipped right over that piece. So we don't have directions yet on how to do this. Factory 5 will be supplying that. We're working together to get that done, but in the interim, it's just plugging away, going slow, lift everything, double check. I had one ground on the back, and I'll walk around real quick and show you what I had to disconnect. So real quick, this ground right here went right there, and I forgot to disconnect that. Let's see, here's the fuel filler, and it's this bolt that needs to get disconnected, and it attaches, let's see, it attached, I believe right here. So had to disconnect that, and then the crankcase breather vent had to get disconnected. So other than that, we're up. We're basically up high enough to clear the wheels. I'm gonna go slow. I'm just gonna pull the truck out. I think that will work. I will stop and double check, but I've got the bed, I don't know if you can tell, I've got it at a slight angle, and I think that will work for sure. It'll be close, but I can go up a little bit. I did run out of a little bit of contacting right here, a little bit, but that's fine. And then I did have to provide some counterweight in the corner because the straps didn't have exactly the right tension on them, so it kind of came off crooked. But again, no problem, it's picked it right up. So we'll go ahead and drive the truck out here and check it out. So stand by. Okay, well, that worked well. So here's the truck. Now I have all sorts of faults in the truck. You know, it says, hey, the tailgate's missing. So there you go. It's coming apart. So now I'll go figure out what I need to do with this bed. Now I have to make it mobile. So we'll work on that here, and I gotta get it down off the ground so it doesn't fall over. But yep. So that was quick morning's work. Almost in real time. It really wasn't that. It was anticlimactic, which is kind of what you would hope from an OEM vehicle. So more to follow. I'll update as the day progresses. We're gonna start. We'll get this moved out, put it in the backyard, and turn the truck around and start working the front. Talk to you later, or soon, right? Okay, still making progress. Got most of the front end off, lights and grill. Let me turn this around real quick. So there's the mess. It's going pretty good. Took about another 45 minutes to get this all off. Not too bad. I'm gonna try and get both fenders off. This side I was able, I didn't take the, I don't know if you can see that, didn't take the fender flare all the way off. On the other side, I went ahead, that was my first try. I took it off on this side, but you know, the fender's in really good shape, so I'm hoping it'll hook somebody up that needs it. And then, you know, bumper same way, it's in really good shape. Did find a fallen aviator, dead bird in the grill somewhere. I'll show that. And there's that grill that won't get used. It's in really good shape and all that stuff. So I did notice that I don't have a transmission cooler for the tow package, so I'm gonna need to add that. Just something I may have overlooked in the, it said tow pack, maybe it was tow capable is what I missed, but yeah, it doesn't have the transmission cooler, which is fine. I can just add that. I was gonna have to go get a heavy duty one anyway, but yeah, so I'll take the radiator core support off, and then I believe, whoops, I think we got to cut this bottom bar off. That doesn't get used, so I'll have to ask about that. But yep, I gotta get the fender off. That I understand they're glued like in this area somewhere on this seam, so I bought my other heat gun broke, so I'll heat that puppy up and pull that off. But yeah, you know, it's hot, so, and I can't get the can't get the whole truck in the garage and still work on it, so we're dealing with basically working outside, but still haven't used the lift or anything, and just doing normal disassembly. Probably a few more hours on it today, and then do a cleanup and move all the extra parts into the backyard. Anyway, more to follow. See you in a bit. All right, well, about 4 hours on the truck today, maybe 4.5. I just got done cleaning. Garage was a mess. I was a mess. Probably still, you know, got a little bit of road grime on me. It's surprising how clean the truck looked on the outside, and you got underneath it, and it's a mess. So anyway, got it all cleaned up. It's still drivable. I'm about to the point where I need to pull the hood off. But we're gonna wait for my buddy to come over, so we'll pull the motor. I'll do a little bit more prep tomorrow. I think we'll pull the motor and training and everything on Sunday. Do about a few hours of that. I'll prep it all Saturday evening probably, or get up early on Sunday and prep the rest of it. Let me spin this around. So what I did was I took the radiator core support off. it's sitting, you know, right there. I guess I could have waited until we were ready to pull the motor, but at least now I can still drive it and move it around and don't have to push it. So yeah, so far looking good. Let me see if I can go. I'll go on this side. It's probably better sun. This is the area right here where Ford, they glue this seal in, and I was gonna heat up that area. Got to looking at it. It was just as easy to get a nice sharp razor blade and cut, you know, lift and cut, start at the bottom and just cut it. There's a bolt that goes right here, one right here. I dropped the screw. One there, one here, one there, one there, this one, and then there's this one right there. So that's basically it. The hardest part is just getting the glue off and getting that pulled. Anyway, so you can take, just to prove that you can't take the top radiator core support off and leave everything there. I still haven't broke the AC lines either. And I'm pretty sure, I'll double check, but it's right here that this tube right here needs to get cut off. And that will allow us to basically slide the whole body off the back. This whole piece goes with. So yeah, and then I've just zip tied this up in the way so that I can move everything around. And while this doesn't latch, it does close. So I think we're in good standing there. Definitely have some parts to sell. There's the rear bumper. I gotta take all the components off of it because I'm gonna need that for the other donor or the kit. And then same with the tailgate. I need the latch and the backup camera and all that stuff. So that'll stay here. Go around back. Got this all cleaned up. So that's kind of a mess, but again, none of that stuff is staying, so I'm not really gonna spend a lot of time cleaning it. And then don't mind the mess back here. The spare time putting in a fence. So, but here's all the bones. And what it's sitting on is the factory 5 engine stand that we get. So I just repurposed that, and it's now the bed stand. It rolls just fine. 2 fenders, all the front bumper, all the plastic. So I'll get that all. I took pictures of it all, and we'll get it sold off. I'm sure somebody, body shop or somebody, will want it. Both fenders are in really good shape. There's one small scratch right here from the car wash folks taken. I don't know if you can see it in the picture, probably, but they went to go take off my antenna, and I didn't realize they had scratched it. So anyway, yep, so that's the deal. 4 hours, and we're mostly ready to pull the motor and take the body off. I have to, maybe I'll spray all that stuff with some, oh, that's interesting. Spray all the bolts, body bolts and all that stuff with anti-seize or penetrating oil. Get those things moving. The bed bolts weren't too bad, but yeah, you'll see. I guess there's 6 of them up there, and yeah, that should be about it. So more to follow. See you soon.